I don't know if this is the best way to do it.
You
What
are
I'm
playing.
recommending to record your screen and your document camera and the stuff like that for your lessons is OBS software. It's OBS, Open Broadcaster Software. If you just Google OBS download or
Okay.
whatever. Did you put this on yours?
No, I haven't done anything yet.
Okay. Anyway,
So we gotta download it.
download installer, yeah,
Do they have permission to do that though?
they should.
What if they don't?
Then let us know.
Well, y'all go test that pretty quick. So what?
Basically, what OBS lets you do is any sort of video input, whether it's a webcam, whether it is your document camera that's hooked up through USB to your computer, your screen, it's going to let you use that as a video source and record.
So where did you? Oh,
So the equipment that we have, our document cameras, etc., are good to go with this.
Yes. Again, you might not have a USB cable for it because normally we don't use them that way,
I
but
can't
we've got
remember, but I'll
boxes
look.
and boxes of cables.
Okay.
they're underneath the bleacher. There's a ton of them. There's probably a ton of them on the floor.
There might be some in Liney's office.
Yeah, there's probably a ton of them down there on the floor.
I'd like to have one too. Just for the record.
We've got boxes.
Okay.
Yumi said this is something else. This is just a PowerPoint that it says it can't save.
No, don't save it. That's Ricky's.
Sure.
I can get to it. It's Ricky's PowerPoint. I can get to it through email.
Okay, when you first open up OBS, it's going to take you through Configuration Wizard. You're going to say yes, you want to run auto configuration. You are going to optimize for recording. You will not be streaming.
What's that yellow say? What's the importance of that?
It's just telling us something.
Okay, thank you. Just telling me something I don't need to know.
Sounds like Lewis Caston.
It's going to run through a little thing to basically just check your system and see what it supports and
Okay,
what will work best on it.
what if it says it doesn't support? Let you
It
guys know.
supports it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and hit apply settings. And then I'm going to change something real quick on yours. Just so we're not duplicating your displays. 'Cause
Roger just fixed that.
it'll be a better example. Okay, so here's the OBS software. What you do to add a video source, you're going to click the plus symbol down here, and then you're going to choose what type of source it is. So if we do, I'm going to do media source, and I'm going to type like webcam. I'm going to say okay. That's not what I want to do. Okay, video capture device, sorry. So I'm going to do webcam. I'm going to hit okay. It's going to ask me what is the source. So if you have like two webcams, or if you have your webcam that's on your laptop and your document camera, you're going to set up two separate sources for that. So it would give me a drop down list, and it would say like USB camera, or for the AverVision, it would probably say Aver Media or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And then basically what you see here is going to be what's being recorded. So I can move my webcam around. I can resize it if I want to. So I'm going to go ahead and add another media source, and I'm going to say window capture. And I'll just say laptop.
Randy did write it down in there somewhere, folks.
And it's going to ask me, what do I want here? Oh, never mind. Hold on. Let me do something else real quick. I don't want window capture, do I? I want display capture. Sorry. Can't read it really. Come over.
You know why? You're getting older. And your eyes are going bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it was just, it didn't let me get it because I already had something named that. Okay. So display capture. So now I just named it laptop. You can name it screen 1 or screen 2. And what we can do is get you an extra screen to hook to your laptop, and that will make it easier where you have one screen so you can see exactly what you're recording, and one screen so you can see what the lesson is, like what you actually have pulled up, that sort of stuff.
Are there some extra screens that are good
Oh,
down there in
we've
the
got-
gym?
No.
Okay.
But we have a ton of screens.
Are they
She said
worthy?
good.
Are they worthy?
No. Okay, so anyway, basically now I'm saying I want to capture what is on that screen, and then I can rearrange these what order. So now I've got my webcam on top. So for instance, like what we were talking about with you earlier, and probably with you too, Darlene, if I wanted to record something and me narrate over the top of it, I can go ahead and pull that up, open up a PowerPoint or open up a web page. So like, for instance, let's see, I want to open up, I have to get my mouse back over on this one. I can open up a web page. To actually start recording on this, you click start recording right down here. So I'm going to go ahead and start recording.
Where was that at?
Right down here. There's start recording, start and stop recording is the same button. Start streaming, which we're not going to be doing. But you can see like the mic level of what is getting recorded right now. So I'm going to go back over to this, the laptop screen. And so we'll do time. So I could be talking about something we're looking up, whatever your lesson is. And then again, you can see what's going on the webcam if I want them to be able to see that. If I don't want them to be able to see that, then
So right now on the video, we're seeing you teaching up there in the right-hand corner,
Right,
and then
and you're
this,
seeing
and you're showing
what's
us
on
this screen about
this
Google
screen that's
Classroom.
on the laptop. Yeah, about Google Classroom, about whatever your subject is, that sort of thing.
So your PowerPoint could be up there.
Your
Your slide
PowerPoint.
could be up there.
Yes.
Your video a YouTube video could be up
Yes.
there.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Anything extra could be
anything.
up
Your document camera, if you have some document camera, you could be illustrating. Now, if I don't want, for instance, the web camera, so I can, in the OBS software right here, I just click the eyeball next to this and it turns the webcam on.
there. Can it still record you?
Yeah, it's still recording the audio. You can see the
Oh, okay.
level down there. So it's still
Okay.
recording the audio.
I have a
Okay,
question.
I do too. When you get done.
What's yours? Because it's probably more important.
Instead of having to go through and load these videos on Arkansas Ideas and put it on my slideshow now,
He's going to tell you how to download that, aren't you?
since I plan on doing this and videoing myself as I'm going through my slideshow, can I not just show the video on here? Or I still have to do that so the students have access, I guess? Or no, they still will.
The whole
Like,
point,
ways of doing that?
I think we're mixing up what Sandbox was going to do for us. What Roger and I hope Sandbox would do for us is we would get them in Sandbox, then be able to download to our computer to put them on their jump drive.
Matthew's going to show you how to do that. Just with that.
So the sandbox may not even factor in here.
Nope.
So
He's
basically,
worthless.
but if I'm showing the video, if I show the video in my video, then there's no point.
Right. If you are
Keep thinking
showing the
having to do
video
it.
and you're
Yes.
talking about it, or if you're showing a PowerPoint and you're narrating over the top saying,
Oh, he's going to.
here's the information and blah 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 about
Yeah,
that.
okay, so I don't have to worry about doing that anymore then. Okay.
Right. The sandbox is basically a storage area for
Okay.
if I want to pull something from YouTube and I know it's always going to be here and there's not and I don't want ads.
It's not
I don't
gonna
want
get
to.
blocked by our filter.
Right. I
It's
don't
just
want
a
to
whole
send them
replay.
to a place to watch a video. I want them
You
to.
should never send your kids to YouTube to watch a video.
I
Ever.
never send them to watch a video there. They
You
just
should
go
put that video in Sandbox
there.
so it doesn't get blocked by the filter and you don't call us.
I never knew that till today.
And also, well, for other reasons.
And it also
Anyway.
takes away the ads and things like
Yeah.
that.
That's good.
So that's the reason for using a sandbox.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, we have a PowerPoint pulled up here. We have a video pulled up here. We have whatever pulled up here that we're talking about. We're illustrating something using the document camera, that sort of stuff. So when I get done, I hit stop recording, which I've already done.
But to open
Show
up the
'em how to
camera,
download
we
video.
have to do the words webcam.
Well, you don't have to do. You can name it whatever you wanted.
Oh,
It's just you
name
have to
can name
remember. It
it.
could be named Darlene.
It could mean, yeah, Darlene's horse
webcam
camera.
makes better sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a
I
question.
didn't realize you were naming. I thought that's how you were getting it to open.
No. I was naming it. I was doing the plus sign here to add a source, and then choosing what that source is. Video capture device for
Okay.
any sort of camera that's hooked up.
If their dock camera is hooked up, are you going to pick?
You're going to do video capture device, yes, because
And
it's
it will
training
automatically go to that? How are you going to train it to go? How are
You're
you?
going to give it a name.
You're going to give it a name, so it's going to have one is going to be your webcam, another one is going to be your
Document camera. Okay,
You're
I'm
gonna
with
name
you.
it, and then you're going to choose that source, and it links those two together, and then you use the eyeball for whichever
Turn
one
off and
you
on.
want on the screen at the time.
Okay. Eyeballs are important right here. I
Show 'em
think
how to
I'm
download
getting.
from YouTube.
I can show that. So anyway, when you have another monitor hooked up like this, when we do display capture, you can, we've already got laptop, and then we would add another one and whatever. But you'll basically have one external monitor to view what's getting recorded, kind of like I've got here, and then one that you're actually where your content is, because otherwise it does like a window thing where it's like da 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 da. You
And
can
keep
go
in mind,
through
yours
it.
doesn't have to be this far away. It can be side by
Yes, it's a
side.
lot easier to side by side because then
Yeah.
you can read it better.
He said we were.
Okay.
Okay, so then to go, once you've stopped recording, if you go to view, somewhere up here. Somewhere, does it say view recordings?
No. It says full screen.
It might be under settings.
There was preview settings.
It's under
Tools.
tools.
No.
You got it there.
Come on. Export and import is there. So do you need to export it to get it to your hard
No,
drive?
it's already, as soon as you hit stop recording, it's already on the hard drive.
There's copy filters, there's transform, order, preview, scaling, on view. Can you read all that from here? On profile, there it has import and export.
What's that say?
Deck link output.
No. It's somewhere.
Where is it?
I know where it goes, but there's somewhere in there. It's
Well, how do we find it? That's going to be important.
Does this have a help link on it? This
I'm sure there is.
Right there's
platform?
help.
That way, if we don't have y'all's help, we can.
okay. If you go to your videos folder, just this PC and videos, then it's going to be right here. It'll be named.
It's dated.
Yeah, date and everything. I'm going to go ahead and start recording right down here. There's start.
This is easier
Right.
than that Google Meet I did.
And anything, your document camera, if you have some document camera, you can. Okay, so you've got your video, and this is small. I mean, I recorded for a minute and a half, I guess, but it's 4 megabytes. Regardless of your video, if it's something you're recording, I'm going to recommend to use Handbrake to compress that.
Compress it.
So can you show us that?
Yeah, so we can go ahead and
You never did show us the YouTube thing.
Well,
we'll get there.
Okay.
Handbrake is just a video compression.
I didn't even spell that
software.
right a while ago.
$64-bit for everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Run.
Except for if Shelby's trying to do it on that old Sony computer.
Oh, what's she working on? Is she working on?
I don't know. I'm just saying that old computer. I'm gonna push it off the desk, but anyway.
Yeah.
It's so old.
Right now, you're just putting this handbrake on her computer,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
And they've got permission to do that?
They should. Most of the time we set them up with permissions to be able to do this.
Okay. Is it on my desktop, Matthew?
It should be coming up to install here in just a second.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's thinking about it. Okay, so Handbrake's icon looks like this little pineapple.
Isn't it cute?
It is cute.
Okay, so when you open up Handbrake, you're gonna drag your video, which it can do a bunch of files at once, but we've just got one, so we're gonna drag it. It's gonna ask us for our presets. I'm gonna drag it over here real quick so I can see what, and I can tell you what I want to do.
Holy cow. I didn't realize you do that.
Okay, so it's got under preset, it's got fast 1080p, which is going to be fine. This, if you go to like what are the other ones? 720p, that's going to be a smaller file size. It kind of just depends on the smaller that it makes it, the more like blocky and stuff like that it'll be, which it should be fine regardless. 1080p is going to be fine.
Okay.
That's the best one.
That's what you recommend.
I would start with that, and then if the file size is too big, then go to something else.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can just say add to queue, or you can say start in code. If you're doing a bunch of them, I would do the add to queue, and then this changes to start queue. So we can do that, and then it's going to put it in the same folder. It's going to change the extension type, and if you have it as the same extension, it'll either prompt you or it'll change the name.
And you can rename those.
Yeah.
When you click on there, there's rename, right, Matthew?
Yeah, I would.
So-
I would probably rename it before you do anything with Handbrake or anything like that. So
And go over the naming configuration one more time.
what I would recommend is to come up with something consistent and have it be like lesson 01 or lesson 11 or lesson 24, and then whatever a description after that. That way, when you sort stuff alphabetically, it'll all be the same. And the
It
reason
always
you-
needs to start with the same word. If you're doing modules, module 01, module 05,
Right.
lesson 01, and the
And you wanna-
01 would be representative of maybe a week.
I don't know
Okay.
how your stuff is organized. But the reason we recommend the 01 is so, like if you do 01, 02, 03, as long as you have that 0, it'll sort it alphabetically. If you don't do the leading 0, then it would be like lesson 1, lesson 2. It'd be lesson 1, lesson 11, lesson 12. Lesson.
It'll put them in the
2,
teens or
lesson,
the
it'd be
20s.
lesson 19, lesson 2, lesson 20, that sort of stuff.
Okay.
So anyway, okay, so the original file was 4.18 megabytes. the compressed one is 3.38, which, you know, with this doesn't make that big of a difference. But if you're looking at a 200 megabyte file or 400 megabyte file or something like that, if you can save 25% of your storage, then you're going to be a lot better off. It's going to let you get more lessons
Right.
to the student device. So even if it's an online thing too, even if this is for your online kids, it's going to use less of their data. It's going to stream faster. It'll be better overall. And then essentially, I can pull these up side by side, or I guess one after the other. You're not going to be able to visually see a difference.
It's not going to slur your
Start
speech.
recording right between the two. So there's start recording, start and stop recording at the same button. I don't know if I can open this up. Depends if she's got other software on here. Pull the DLC. I'm gonna go ahead and start recording right down here. There's start recording, start and stop recording. But see, it's not like it's terribly blocky or, you know, you can't see it or anything
Oh,
like
that's
that.
good.
It looks about the same. So. All right, so that's handbrake.
And I think that our last question is how to
How to
get
get
a
videos.
YouTube video on our computer so that we can get them to the flash drive and put them
Right.
in PowerPoint like we need them to be.
Okay, so
And you probably need to go over, after you get it downloaded, tell us one more time how to put it in PowerPoint if you don't care.
for like YouTube, so let's go find a YouTube video.
We always go with Pythagorean theorem.
We'll just do,
Looks like we're going with Peppa Pig.
we'll just do this.
In
Okay.
this video, I'm going to
We don't care what the video is. We don't have to watch the video or anything like that. All you need is the URL of the video, which is going to be up here at top.
Mm-hmm.
It's the whole youtube.com/garblygook. We're going to copy that. And then we're going to, I'm going to open a new tab. And you can Google, you know, YouTube downloader, but the one I use is ytmp3.cc, I think. Okay. So this, you can download just the audio of the video if that's something you're interested in. If you want to do the video, you click on the MP4 and then you paste the link in there and hit convert. The only time this will fail is if it's like a protected video. There's some videos on there that will be protected or copy something and it'll give you an error message. There's ways to get around that. One of those ways would be to use OBS, you know, record you watching the video and that would get it. Or there's some other
We
software.
talked about that a while ago.
There's some other software that will let you download. The majority of the videos that you're going to use are going to let you do this. Okay, so once it's done the conversion, you're going to click download. It's going to save it to wherever it's going to prompt you right here. We're going to save it. This is saving to her videos file, I think.
And now it's saving to downloads.
Downloads. Okay, so we're going to hit download. Now, Bonetta has some sort of other junk installed. Normally, you don't get this pop up or anything like this. This is just something that she
Well, uninstall that junk, whatever that is.
might need that.
Oh. Yeah.
No, you don't. Okay, so I'm going to bring up. Okay, here it is in her downloads folder.
Okay, MP3.
in this video, I'm going to show you
MP4
must-have Google
is the-
Slides app.
MP3 is audio.
Or MP3 is audio
MP3 is
here,
audio.
and then the 4 is the whole video.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you're
See that
downloading
V?
stuff and you're only getting.
Oh, that's a good way to remember it.
But there's a V right here too.
I'm not gonna remember that.
Anyway, so you can see this. If it comes from YouTube, if you're doing it this way, it's already going to be probably as compressed. If you want to run it through Handbrake, you can run it through Handbrake and see if it benefits you. It probably won't, because YouTube has really good compression algorithms.
Okay.
So
Okay.
anyway. So then, if we want this video into PowerPoint, like you were saying, I'm going to go to PowerPoint. Let me open a new one up here. So I've got PowerPoint. I'll do a new slide, and then you should be able to just drag and drop it in there, right?
Yeah, but how else
Oh,
can you
what
do
the-
it? How, that's one way. You can drag and drop.
Insert.
Insert.
There's a certain slide that has a little icon that you can click.
New slide. Insert.
Insert video or insert?
Video right here.
Oh, over
Online
there.
videos or video on my PC. We're gonna do video on my PC, and then we're gonna do. There's some you've already downloaded already,
Uh-huh.
so we can just choose one of. Oh, there's your.
That was in my video file. We didn't look in
Yeah.
downloads. That's why it wasn't. We couldn't find that specific one.
In this video, we're going to get introduced to the Pythagorean theorem.
Okay.
Let me do one more.
So the benefit, we do videos in PowerPoint, any kind of homework, assignment, manipulatives that goes in Google Slides. What else do we need to know?
Google Slides, Google Doc, Google Sheet,
Not Google Form.
not Google Form. The reason is
Forms
those
won't download.
slide sheets and docs will sync within Google Classroom to the student device. They can edit it as soon as they get back online. It will automatically sync back to you, or if they are online when they're editing them, you can see it in real time, so you can see who's
Okay, so
working on stuff.
go ahead, because yours is probably more important.
All right, my customer science stuff is all that he's updated everything digitally to Google Forms. Can I use that, but then like Karen was doing, she has an answer document in Google Forms for when they're online or in the classroom, but then she made a copy of it in a Google slide where they can type in and add the answers for the offline kids. So I can still use Google Forms
For your online students.
for my online
It's
students.
just
in the
saving you
classroom.
some work. Like you're
Yeah.
doing more work now, but it's saving you because
Lord, help us.
supposedly or hopefully the forms if half your kids are online, then half of them get graded and you don't have to grade that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be.
But not any open-ended questions. It will
But-
grade multiple
Yes,
choice,
it'll grade
a
multiple
short answer
choice.
that's just like a number.
But any of that is
Well,
helpful.
Open-ended questions are so much easier to grade in Google Forms too. You can open it in sheets and just grade. You can go down by question and you'll get 6 of the responses. And I like, because it groups them, if they're exactly the same,
But doesn't
it
Google
puts
do
them
this
together.
Well,
Google
let's grade
Forms.
smarter, not harder.
No.
Let's don't grade every one of
Right.
their
Oh, no.
answers.
Yeah.
They've done the work. Pick one and
Even
grade it.
docs.
Pick them.
I thought there was something
Don't grade
in
everything.
that-
Just you can't.
is it
This is gonna be
something in Google
Yeah, it
Classroom?
still
The
has to be
overwhelming
one of
test.
those things that
I don't know
that
what my
you have to
question was.
connect to.
Because now you can just do it in Google Classroom and not go over here to Forms.
Okay, let's talk about downloading a classroom file if you don't care.
Show me.
We'll have to do that on a Chromebook.
Oh,
It won't be
okay.
on here because,
Well, I've got the steps. So,
okay, you've got the steps. I'm going to do a video of it
okay.
that shows it working as well.
Okay.
Okay.
But I did write down the steps, so I kind of know.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, and I can go ahead and talk about it real quick. Basically, what we're going to do, you're going to set your stuff up in Google Classroom. When you do an assignment, make sure and choose, every student gets a copy. That way, number one, for all your online students, they can edit their own document. For your offline students, it makes it where it will sync to their device properly, and then also sync back to you when they come back online.
Okay.
That's what you do basically on your end, is everybody gets a copy. Once students come in, if students come in, there'll be a one-time process where they log in to their Chromebook. We go to the Files app and we tell in the Files app that they sync. We basically say it available offline for
Okay,
and it'll grab any classroom that they're in, not just yours. It'll grab any classroom class, and it basically tells it anything that's uploaded into that, then I get a copy.
So do we need to worry about pushing I noticed there's been a button or something popping up where we click it to let kids do offline. Do we have to do that?
I
Or
don't know.
anybody else seen that?
Make available offline or
Yes,
something like
it
that.
says make available offline, and
I've seen it, I just can't
I haven't
remember where
really
it was at when
created
I saw
any
it.
new ones for
I'll
now,
have
but
to
I've
look and
noticed
see.
that it is there, so I don't know if we have to do that, or if you're able to do that with one
Yeah, I
click.
think when you see it, that's just for your
That's just
Google
us.
account.
Okay, I've got a question.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
that OBS, can that work on a Chromebook? If they're working on a Chromebook, will that software run there?
I do not know. Not that I know of, but I don't know. I'll have to look.
Because if
it
we were,
doesn't, think the only thing you're gonna use on a Chromebook would be Screencastify.
So if we were gonna
That
try to
costs money,
record
doesn't it?
ourselves to show parents what to do, we need to use
I'll
screen.
throw 'em out.
So if we were trying to record ourselves and say, you know, in case kids don't come back, let's say kids aren't coming back till October, but we're gonna go ahead and start school and have to educate them. We're gonna have to educate them and their parents on how to do that. So we're gonna need to get a Chromebook out and work through it like they were a kid, right?
Okay, so if you're needing to record the screen, I mean, basically what I'm gonna do when I'm doing it, I might use Screencastify, or I'm just gonna set up my document camera and point it at it, and then record that. But again, that type of instruction stuff should just be kind of like a one-time thing, showing them how to get to the Files app and where their stuff should be. I mean, other than that, I don't think you're gonna have to be doing a lot of demoing on those devices.
I do think when you guys show them videos, y'all do need to show them how to stop them and rewind them and rewatch when you don't know something. Cause I'm gonna put this where you guys can get
I
to
know
it and you're
that,
gonna have to, huh?
They know that. I promise you.
Well, they know that, they don't know that for an
They know
educational
a
purpose.
whole lot more than we do.
Well, I know one little girl that went home and said, I don't know how to do
Oh,
any
I
of
know,
this,
they
and
lie
that was,
like little devils when they get home.
that's not true. Glad we're on video saying all this.
I don't care. I'm speaking the truth.
Anyway,
I'm telling the truth.
Okay, on our video capture
yes,
choices, what about I keep hearing about a ladybug.
that's
What is
just a
this?
document camera.
Oh, okay.
There's only certain rooms that are getting, we only had how many?
I think 5 is what the list that I've got. But any like the black document cameras, they do the same thing. They have a USB cable. And
Just
it's,
Our
swap me out
cameras
somewhere.
now will record.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
We just
But
have to
you
get
need
you a
that
cable.
USB cord
Yeah,
Okay.
that goes from
It's
your
just the
camera to your computer.
Yeah. And basically, it treats it as a webcam,
Okay.
just like if you had another like an
Well,
old school
somebody who gets a
USB webcam.
ladybug, I want your
Okay.
document camera because mine's on the fritz.
We've got
Okay.
some that work. I think.
So I
I
kind of
can't
feel
remember.
like I'm preparing lessons for online kids, offline kids, and that's the part that's driving me nuts.